Today I'm speaking with Patrik Poppel, Austrian geopolitical analyst and expert at the Center for Geostrategic Studies in Belgrade. Hello, Patrik. Thank you for joining. And firstly, I would like to ask you, as expert and analyst, what Austria has to do? Does it has to keep neutrality?
1 month ago, we held an neutrality conference, the conference about the Austrian neutrality. So it was very interesting that all of the participants agree totally that we should keep our neutrality. It's a high value for our country, but the politicians are working against this. So, and all information we had that more than 80% or 90% in the different petitions, the people are for the neutrality. Only 10% say that we can think about joining the NATO.
What Austrians think about all this? Any protests happening in country?
There are no big protests on the street. We make only little events for awakening the people for this topic, but the people are not mobilized for this. This is the problem. But in all medias, there are the information that 80 to 90% are for the neutrality. This is very good, but the politicians working totally against the interests of our people.
What is the government's official position?
Officially, there is a big difference between the law of neutrality in the constitution and the real policy. This is a big difference. We are a neutral state, everybody knows this, and it's also a part of the Austrian identity. And our identity as Austrians is that we are neutral. Everybody knows this about himself and about our people and about our culture. So I talk many times about the culture of neutrality. This is very important. This is a part of our culture, it's a part of our behavior, and it's a part of the culture of the whole nation. And it's also the identity of our role in geopolitics, in the international policy. This is our role. We are neutral. We are a place of many international institutions, the UN, the OBSE, and we have embassies from all countries of the world in our capital, Vienna. So because we are a place of discussions, we are a place of dialogue, and we should use this. But now we are playing a very stupid role in the Western hegemony against Russia. So we are talking about joining the NATO, taking part on the Sky Shield project, and we are supporting the sanctions against Russia. We are delivering weapons. So this is it's not our role in the international relation. We should be a neutral state.
What might happen if Austria loses its neutrality?
This is a very important question for the European security policy, because then another state will join the NATO or will stand totally on the side of this hegemony of the West. So it's better to go our own way in policy as a neutral state, because we can be a good example for other states and other societies. It's good when we have also neutral states in Europe, not only states they are a part of NATO or something else. This is very important to have such an example like Austria for the other states. It's very important.
And what are your predictions, Patrik? Neutral status, might it be removed?
So for the future, I think they will try to join the NATO, the politicians, because they are also under pressure from the European Union and the different structures from outside. But the people don't like to do this. And this is, I think, we will stay as a neutral state, and I hope so. But there will be many attacks against neutrality from the different political pressure groups to force us to join the NATO. But the people don't like this, and so I trust that we will stay as a neutral state for the future, and it's better for the Austrian society, I think, and I hope so that we will not be a part of the NATO or other military structures.
Thank you very much for your time and interesting conversation.